to do with Valentine's?
Yeah, so February is our anniversary month. This is Tyra Simpkins. Miss Y.A.N.A is my baby, the baby that I never knew I wanted, the gift that I never knew I needed in my life.
Wow.
I have a 22-year-old and an 18-year-old. I've been married for 23 years, and my children have grown up with me and my MS. So this is basically what they know. Mommy's out doing her talking thing.
Can I go back to you on something though?
Sure.
Because
At my word.
that
my word.
Yeah. Not yours. That is out
Mm.
double.
You know, I received that, but the reason, well, I should not say but, and the reason that I say mine is I know that God gave this to me for a reason. Okay. Um, there's no other explanation where you can take someone who went to school for broadcast journalism, worked in my field, got diagnosed with MS, and laid off the very next day, bought a brand new house, and I'm still standing. And my husband is with me and has been with me. And I hear what you're saying. The reason that I say that is not everyone can say that they have MS or that they feel as boldly to be able to look. I look MS in the face and be just as defiant as ever. Mm-hmm. So to your point, I hear what you're saying, but this is also the reason why I have a no crying zone at Miss Y.A.N.A. This is also the reason why I wear shirts that say I know I look good on them, and dare somebody to come up to me and say otherwise.
Yes, and I understand. I'm not gonna take it too long because I know this is a segment of yours, but I just need you to understand that God is not of evil. Mm-hmm. And every disease is from the devil. God would never do that to you. Mm-hmm. But yes, it came on a lot of people, and also other diseases come on us, and we don't know why, but we know that Satan comes to steal, kill, and destroy. And I just need you to understand that.
But wouldn't you also agree that it's all in how you interpret it? Because I do have people in my life, people that are, I'm not going to put all their business out there, mm-hmm. But there are people that don't do well with this illness. Mm-hmm. They don't, and they will. I had a very, very good friend of mine. She did everything that she was not supposed to do. Mm-hmm. Moved to a warmer climate. You're not supposed to do that. She came off of her medication. You're not supposed to do that. She allowed stress to come into her life. You're not supposed to do that. And so it's one thing to say, it's one thing to allow the enemy to come in and reside within you, mm-hmm. and take over. But it's another one to be just as defiant and say, okay, God, now what? Mm-hmm. What we
and that's what you do, and that's what you right. do.
And what we doing with this thing?
You said, God, okay, now what do I do? But mm-hmm. just remember that He is not of anything that's evil.
Mm-hmm. So now, because we can agree to disagree and then channel it, yes. And because with all of that being said, we want to hear where we're going, mm-hmm. with this. How are we going to continue to fight this cause, mm-hmm. to fight this and help people find a cure for this, so nobody, mm-hmm. will have to
claim it or not, yes. claim it.
Yes, exactly. Will have to go through this, or they won't have to live for it. And that's one thing you say, your life is a purpose. Mm-hmm. Yes. So your life is a purpose. So from which it came, you're walking through it. Yeah. You're walking through it gracefully with your challenges, mm-hmm. with your ups and downs, and you are fighting a cause. Mm-hmm. So with that cause and with all that you've been through on this journey, what's next? Mm-hmm. What's next?
On an individual basis, on an individual level. I'm Melinda Conrad Brown, a member of Y.A.N.A, and one of the leaders. I laugh at that me being a leader because I just feel like I'm a nugget leader.
Right. She got jumped in. She mentioned that she wanted to be able to help with something. And I was like, well, you can't help from sitting all the way over there. So yeah. So she got jumped in.
It's all good. It's all good. I love it. I love the group, and I do find comfort with them a lot. But as far as next moves and what can we do on an individual basis and what we can do as an organization,
yes,
and what we can do as a nation. So on an individual basis, for me, I work full time. I work for the federal government, and there are challenges within, having MS or very hot. There are challenges within employment, and we spoke about that earlier, deciding to whether or not to go on disability, getting laid off, things like that, and or reasonable accommodations. And it's a struggle every day. Not everybody is as accepting of a disease that they don't understand, that even the medical professionals don't quite get.
Or one that has so many different faces.
Variables. Yes. If I'm not in a wheelchair, I must be okay. If I'm not hunched over, I must be okay.
Just because you can't see it.
You can't. It is not always visual. Some days I can wear stilettos. I can wear a nice suit, and I can stand in front of a congregation at church and sing a solo. No problem. No notes going flat. Whatever. And some days I'm hunched over. I can't talk. I'm in pain, and I still have to deal with family, life, work issues. Find alternative ways to do things at times of day where I am most productive. Okay?
So it sounds like you face a bit of discrimination.
Well, yes. That's why we have laws against that.
Yeah. Sounds like you said, if you're not hunched over.
Right. And you talk about where do we go from here? It is an ever-evolving task. We are always on the mission. Always on the mission. Because you're never not an advocate.
Yes.
And that's where, and I don't want to roll back to a earlier conversation particularly, but when God allows things to happen in your life, when you are the one, I always say, God, you must think really highly of my ability for you to put so much on me. You really shouldn't think so highly of me. Can we stop thinking highly of me?
Just for a little bit, right?
Just a little bit. Let's spread the love. Let's not show so much favoritism. So it's like he puts these things on you so that you can develop into a greater person that he wants you to become. This is my faith, and this is what I believe. And that people will be drawn to you.
Absolutely.
And so that they can become who it is God has them to become. Okay? So they can become stronger Christians, stronger in their faith, stronger in their ability to help others. We aren't here just for our own benefit. We're here for his benefit. And so he wants you to draw people to him.
Absolutely.
So in whatever your purpose is, whatever path it is that God chooses you to take, whatever path God chooses you to be in, not necessarily take, but to be accepting of, then that is where that you will be drawing people to. It's like, I need you to catch these folks over here because they're over here swimming in a pool of mess called MS, and they don't know where to go. And I want them to look up at me, but they don't know, and they're losing faith. So that's where, I believe. This is my faith. This is what I believe. And I'm not,
claiming that a disease or however it is you want to name it, or MS or diabetes or congestive heart failure,
any autoimmune,
or whatever it is, rheumatoid. I'm not claiming that as the devil. I'm claiming it as an opportunity, and an opportunity to bring people to the Lord. You know, if I have something and you have something, that means we can hold hands together and pray. Hello. That's just me.
And I think that is in itself the beauty of our group as well, because we have people of different denominations, different stages of MS, those that will be wheeled in, those that walk in,
can't talk.
And everyone is accepted and everyone is welcomed, and I think it is, and I don't. That's okay. Everyone's voice is important, and that's something that I don't think we as a society do enough of. I don't think we give voice to the voiceless or those who might be a little shy and don't want to speak. You know, we have one member, Kevin was Kevin. Maybe not do that. He give me permission to put his name out there. But we do have this one member, and I make it a point to call on him to get his input at every meeting that he attends, because I know what it takes for me to get out of the house, and I have the functioning of my two legs and arms, and I can only imagine the will that it takes to get up, to have somebody else get you dressed, you know, and to push your way to a group. I would be, who am I to not let your voice be heard? You know what I'm saying? That's not for me to judge it. And who am I to just take up all the oxygen in the room? Right? So I make it a point that if you press your way to our meeting, and I don't care how much pain I'm in, whether you can see it on my face or not. Last meeting was the first meeting I've missed in years. And it was because I couldn't, not that I couldn't, it would have just been too phony, and you guys would have been like, "Tyra, go sit down somewhere." This is not right. So this is the one time, and it's because the village is around me, and I feel so at ease knowing that the mission comes before the individual, and I knew that meeting was going to go forth, and it was going to be everything that we had ordained it to be, right? And we had new people that were there. Imagine that I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, we got new people coming. I'm not there. What are they gonna say? I knew Lena was. I knew that the people that were in place for a reason, and I could just stay at home and take care of myself, and you know, and be able to get myself prepared for the next move, okay? And that next move comes in a variety of experiences. We just recently finished taping for WebMD.
Okay.
Very, very proud of this one.
Wow,
so
yes.
Very nice.
Yeah, so it'll be launching in June. We're already at the end of June, so probably mid-July. I had to send them some more pictures of myself just to kind of fill in the gaps. But imagine, you know, I'm sitting at home thinking I'm the only person with MS. 15 years later, this lady calls me and says, now, this is funny. Hello. Hi, my name's Kathleen. I'm calling from WebMD. Hi, yes, hi. We're gonna help you.
Talk about a wake-up call.
Exactly. And
it's almost like you have to put on this whole other persona just so that you can
conduct that business.
Look, we're gonna look, MS, sit down.
Exactly. and this is the other reason why I don't answer calls that I don't know, because you know, we're averaging 3 to 4 calls a month of people who are just looking for assistance. These are people who have picked up the phone and have actively dialed the number. It doesn't even tell you how many people are out there that haven't called us. So I can't afford to sit back and rest on my laurels like, oh yeah, well, I'll just send them the voicemail. No, because you don't know that time that that call, that could be the changing point in someone's life. The fact that someone is listening now or happen to be scrolling through and
a friend liked the page
exactly
and shared.
Exactly. I mean, I do not count it as anything but a blessing and an opportunity to be able to share our experiences, and the experiences are, it's just something that we live through. And I know that it was for a reason. When I was laying on my bed in Aruba, in the hospital bed, mind you, in Aruba.
I say, it must have been a nice bed.
Right. I'm laying in the hospital bed. I didn't know where my family was. All I knew was we were supposed to check out that morning. And on our way to the airport, I told my husband to turn around and go to the hospital. I was I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. And I passed out. And I was in the ER, and I hear them trying to explain, what my symptoms were, and then I passed out again. And the next time I woke up, it was nighttime, and I didn't know where they were, and I saw a crucifix on the wall. And I was like, well, I'm in a safe place.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'm at, but I'm in a safe place.
Wow.
And I picked up a pen and a piece of paper, and I just started writing. And I was like, God, I don't know where you have me. I know that I'm in a lot of pain right now, but I also know that this is not for naught. And I started writing all the things that you should do when you go on vacation. Make sure that you have a calling card, because we were in a foreign country, right? Whoever think that Aruba was foreign, right? But we were in a foreign country. The calls weren't going through to my doctor. I was in the hospital with one landline. They didn't have call waiting. They had one cordless phone.
Wow.
No, they did have call waiting because you could hear the beep, right?
Yeah, right.
But, hello? Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get the such and such ward. Hold on. Then you have to click over and take the phone. I kid you not.
Oh, my God.
So I'm sitting there like,
What
okay,
was
now, this is when this was in 90. I can't remember. I have MS. So.
Oh, no.
But no, this was right when I was first diagnosed with MS. And I just remember thinking, this has to be for a reason. There's no way in the world God would have me go through all of this. I mean, the sand in Aruba was none like I had ever experienced. It felt like pancake mix. It was so soft. I mean, we had an enjoyable week, and then the day that we're supposed to go home, I end up in the hospital.
Stressor. She ain't want to come home, y'all. Y'all totally stressed her. No, but yeah, what has stressed you? Because I thought you said trauma and stress normally trigger.
And I think it was the sun. I think I was, enjoying a little too much vitamin D. I think so, right? But
OD on the vitamin D.
But I was able to, write down everything, and then we came back, and after having a couple meetings, I said, okay, so this is some of the things that were brought to my attention. This is what you need to make sure you have in your arsenal when you go on vacation. Make sure you have all of your medications listed, not in your phone, listed, because phones die, phones get lost.
Password protected.
Exactly.
You can't open it.
How about that? Make sure that you have, your doctor's information. Make sure that your doctor knows that you're going out of town, out of the country. So when you ask the question, what next? It's always
forever evolving.
Yeah, ever evolving was the word I was looking for. Ever evolving. And so whether it's additional information that you can glean by, tapping on our website at MissYa.org or attending a meeting, which is the first Wednesday of every month. With the exception of August, we do take off for that really, really hot month. But the first Wednesday of every month from 6:45, beginning at 6:45, to you can see us on Capitol Hill.
Yeah.
You can see us in Annapolis, talking about the latest and greatest, that anything that has to do with healthcare and just getting the information out about MS to the masses, so that we know that we all have to help one another. But I don't know that you need help if you don't let me know that you're there.
Mm-hmm. So it goes from we do the individual support to the organizational
on the hill in
support,
Annapolis, looking over legislation and advocating.
They're out there doing and bringing it home.
Oh, right.
So that's where that's comforting.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Comforting
it
you
is
are
to
not
know.
alone at
How
all,
about that?
on all levels.
What a fitting title or name, So let me go to the website again. She shared it, and then on there it is. Join us on Wednesdays from 6:45 to 9 p.m. Please share the number once more, the contact information.
301 379 4618. That is my personal cell phone, so you will get me in all my happy glee.
Alrighty.
Do you want me to get this information out as well?
If you would like.
Lena, Lena is she's amazing to me. But if you want to get in touch with us directly, we even have electronic business cards. And I believe all of this information is on the website, but if you text 3500, so that's 30500, you want to put that in where the numbers go, as if you're going to type a number, and then you put our name. So let's say you text 3500 and you want to get more information about Lena. You put Lena's name, and then all of her information will come up and come directly to you. So that's yet another way of making sure that when you call us, you will be able to reach someone that can, if we can't help you right then and there, we will be able to point you towards a resource that can help you, or certainly get you in touch with another person who will be able to assist you if we can't ourselves.
And it's L-E-N-A if you want.
Okay. And then
that's big for Lena.
That's right. Text it right. And then, ladies, you all have one more thing on your website. July 5th. Something's on here. Is that current? July 5th. Next meeting, July 5th. And then under that, you have yoga in the parks.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
What, yoga in the park?
Yeah, that's one of the events.
Okay.
So yeah, there's tons of stuff going on in and around the community. The best way to stay informed and to be informed would be to go to our website. Thank you. Let me take this opportunity to go down my list and thank every one of my leaders: Marissa, Raina, Alicia, Lena, Delisa, Brenda, Peggy, Shaniqua, Melinda, Sherlyn.
All right. And don't forget, on MissYa.org, their latest feature is Anger in MS. And there is a donate button there. So please support these ladies and their venture to support and share and just help you live through this ease. If you just happen to have a loved one, or you yourself is dealing with multiple sclerosis, then you now know where you can get support. You are not alone in this journey. All right, ladies. Well, thank you all so much.
Thank
Tell
you.
our listening audience to have a wonderful day, wonderful day. Thank you all for joining us again. That's Live Today Health Talk. And to our listening audience, thank you for all of your support. Just thank you for being you. Chime in, ask questions, and if there's a topic that your heart desires to hear,